All right, everyone, this is Andrew from World Walker, and today I'm going to talk about one of the most beneficial and lucrative luxury travel credit cards, especially for airlines, the Delta SkyMiles Reserve by American Express. Let's start off with the sign-up bonus. Very generous, 70,000 bonus points after spending $5,000 in purchases on your new card within the 6 months of membership. I know not every place takes American Express, but that's less than $1,000 per month for 6 months, so very doable. The earning structure, not too bad. 3x on Delta purchases, 1x on everything else. I believe the Chase Sapphire Reserve gets 3x on travel, and the Amex Platinum has 5x when you book directly, so a little bit better, but not bad. You do get an MQD head start. Now that's medallion qualifying dollars. You get $2,500 each year as a boost. And just for reference, if you're going for Delta Silver, it's 5,000 MQDs for the year. So you'd be halfway to Delta Silver just from having this card. And then if you spent $25,000, you get Delta Silver, because every $10 that you spend, you get one MQD medallion qualifying dollar. So $25,000 in spend with having this card, you get Delta Silver. Delta Silver's pretty good because you get more likely for seat upgrades at Delta Comfort Plus or even first class, and you get 70 pounds for checked luggage instead of 50, and you get preferred seating. So a lot of benefits there. Here's where it says that right there. $240 Resi credit, so you get $20 a month for Resi. Now these are restaurants within the Resi network. They're usually a little bit more upscale, but for $20 you can easily get like a decent breakfast or brunch at a lot of these places. I use it every month. I'm in Atlanta. I have no problem with it. You get Delta Sky Club access. Now, before this was unlimited, but now they've limited a lot of the access you can get at Delta Sky Club, so it's more valuable. And there's less people in there because they had a lot of problems with overcrowding. So with having the Delta Reserve, you get 15 visits per year, or you can unlock unlimited Delta Sky Club access after spending $75,000 on your card. Now, that might be a bit much for some people, but if you have a business, for example, $75,000, not bad. You do get a rideshare credit, $120 every month. So we're up to what, $240 plus $120 be $360, taking off that annual fee of $650. Not bad. And of course, if any of this sounds interesting to you, please use the link below to sign up for this card. Really helps the channel. Take off 15% off when booking award travel on Delta flights. So say it's $10,000, $10,000 or 10,000 points, I'm sorry, Delta points one way for something, it'd be 1,500 points off that. So it'd be 8,500. Not bad. You do get one-time guest passes. So you do get, I believe it's 2 Delta Club passes for a companion each year. I'm sorry, 4. It's 4 one-time guest passes each year. So the only thing is that you have to make sure that they're also flying on Delta and they're not flying basic economy, because if you fly basic economy, you can't get into the Delta lounges at all, which is a change they've made in the past couple years. Complimentary access to Centurion lounges, as long as you're flying in a main cabin Delta flight or above. Now, this is very interesting. So you have the $240 Resi credit, you have $120 rideshare credit, and then, this might be the most valuable, enjoy a companion certificate on a first class Delta Comfort Plus or main cabin round trip flight within the US, Mexico, Caribbean, Central America, each renewal year after the renewal of your card. So it's excluding taxes and fees. So say you booked a round trip flight to Alaska for whatever reason for $800, you would get a companion flight, as long as it's booked in main cabin or above, for free, excluding taxes and fees. So that could wipe out the annual fee right there, honestly, of $650. And one thing that I've actually used is upgrade priority. So even if you're not a medallion, even if you don't have medallion status of, for example, Delta Silver, Delta Gold, Delta Diamond, you can still receive upgrades and request upgrades just by having this card. Now, the chances that you'll get one may be slim depending on where you're flying out of. Say, if you're flying out of Atlanta, for example, and that's a Delta hub, less likely that you're going to get a seat upgrade because there's a lot of people that are business travelers that are going to have Delta Silver, Delta Gold at least, that are going to take priority over you. But if you're flying out of places like Tulsa, Oklahoma, Cleveland, Ohio, far more likely to get a seat upgrade. So, and like many cards, you get a fee credit for global entry, TSA pre-check, $120 every 4.5 years. Very, very lucrative, especially if you are crunched for time at the airports. There's a lot of crowds. You can get global entry, which includes TSA pre-check. Very beneficial. And one thing, the last benefit I'm going to talk about is a $200 Delta Stays credit. Now, this is powered by Expedia, and you get $200 Delta Stays every year. And I've used that. For example, I booked a room at the Caesars Windsor, which was going for like $160 after taxes and fees. Just wiped away the entire. So what I consider is just view this as like a $200 Expedia credit. So that brings the annual fee down of $650 even more. So as you see, first free check bag on top of it, 20% off on in-flight purchases. A lot of benefits with this card. Who is this card good for? Anybody that flies Delta regularly that can take advantage of this. There's a lot of credits, and that companion certificate in particular can really offset the $650 annual fee. So very highly recommended, especially if you fly once a month or so on Delta, or if you're a business traveler for sure. Again, if any of this sounds good to you, please use the link down below. Thanks for watching the video. Support our channel. This is Andrew from World Walker. Peace out. Thanks for watching.